Hey, what you doing? What you doing? It's warming up. Feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For 8 years now, my family has been homesteading here on this property while living here inside of our yurt. And inside there, we do have running water, a bathroom, a kitchen area, laundry room, dining room, bedrooms, and things like that for those of you who are wondering. And during our time here, we've done so many projects around the homestead as well as to our yurt. Some time ago, we remodeled the exterior of our yurt, replacing the canvas siding that yurts typically come with a hard siding. And just the other week, I put up wood paneling on the interior of our yurt just to give it a cozier look. But one of the projects that we did some years ago was we built this structure right here, and it has gone through numerous uses while being here on the homestead. But a few months ago, I remodeled the inside of it for a different use. And that purpose was as a bulk food pantry. Now in the past, it's been a walk-in cooler at times, a brooder for chicks at times, a grow room for plant starts at times, but now it is our pantry, where we put our foods that we preserve, extra canned good items, and other food storage items, and more. But for years, the exterior of this thing has just been an eyesore to me. And now it's time to do something about that. Alright, let's see here. Make sure our area is ready before we get started. Let's see here. Oh man, forgot these two trees growing right here. Hey Josiah, can you get the sawzall for me? We'll get these cut down. Got two trees to cut down, man.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes, as people, we just stick things somewhere, under the rug, behind something, and then we forget about it. I totally forgot about these chairs here. I'm not sure if they're good anymore. It's been here a while. No, how long? They don't look like they're falling apart. There you go. Appreciate it, man. Wow, these rocks nice here. We maybe could use them on another project. Yeah, and something to the fire for us?
Yes.
Thank you. Hey buddy, can you do me a favor and take this to the dumpster for me?
Yes.
Thank you, pal. All right, so now I think we're ready to get things rolling.
What is that for?
This isn't typical moisture barrier that people use for siding. It's typical for roofing, but since this is just not our house, it's just a structure, kind of like barn almost. We're just going to use this roofing moisture barrier instead because it's cheaper, but still just as effective because it works for roofs. All the way right there. Go around. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is going to work out exactly, but we're giving it a shot. This material is not as flexible as Tyvek and some other material that we have used as moisture barriers in the past, but hopefully it will still go on smooth without any tears. All right, Mikey, will you be my nail guy? How many nails as we're putting them up? All right, Josiah, we're gonna adjust it to it. Just overlaps the bottom just a little bit. We're about right in there. All right, first nail. Let's do this. You ready? Bam. Josiah, I want you to hold it. You're gonna be, and remember, be delicate with this. It tears a little easier. A little bit more, just a little lower. Relax, relax a little bit. Okay, we're gonna slide down. Down. Thank you, sir. After we successfully made it around the first corner, I was like, okay, this is going to work. Meanwhile, while we were working, My wife is staying warm and cozy inside.
So this week marks week 30 of this pregnancy, and I'm already getting all the comments of, wow, you're big. Are you sure you're not having twins? And you know, like, oh, you're due in February? You look like you would go way sooner than that. So all of those lovely comments that pregnant ladies get, that people love to tell us that we really don't enjoy hearing at all, I'm already getting those just because I carry a little larger than other women. But I had a prenatal yesterday and everything's going good. My blood pressure's good. I am measuring a week ahead, but that doesn't mean anything because I always measure a little bit ahead, and my babies are not early, so I'm not counting on that.
Continue the same prenatal schedule.
Yeah.
You can. What's your gestation today?
30 weeks.
Okay.
30 plus.
So you're still pretty much measuring on. I got you at 31. That's great.
Throughout this pregnancy, my midwife has always encouraged me to eat at least 100 grams of protein a day. And some days that's just really hard to do, just to get it through everything I'm eating. Because when you're pregnant, sometimes you feel like eating and sometimes you don't feel like eating, and it's just really hard to get all that protein in. So I've been searching for a protein powder with really clean ingredients that I can add in to my diet. And over the years, Mike and I have tried so many different protein powders. With him doing bodybuilding, we were both gym rats, so protein shakes were our thing. I mean, they were in our lives. But most of the ingredients are not that great. So I've really been trying to find something that that tastes good and has really clean ingredients, and this is what I found. Just Ingredients has a really great protein powder. This one is vanilla peppermint, which I really like. There's 22 grams of protein. It's grass-fed. It's non-denatured, so it has all the good stuff still in it. There's no artificial anything. It's not chalky. It blends up really well, even just in water, and tastes really good. So I am really enjoying this protein powder. It's not a chore to drink it. So if you're familiar with protein powders, sometimes it's a chore to get some of those down, but not this one. And like I said before, there's nothing artificial in here. There's no dyes. There's no artificial sweeteners. It's sweetened with stevia and monk fruit. And being pregnant, I'm even more mindful of all the artificial dyes and flavors and things like that in foods that I'm trying to avoid even more than I normally do. So I think this is a great option, but not only for pregnancy, but for any time. Like if you have a kid like one of ours that doesn't always like to eat protein all the time, they will definitely drink one of these real quick. They'll be asking for them like all the time. But not only that, but you know, just think if you're sick and you don't really want to eat, mix up a protein shake to get that good nutrition in, and also to have it in your emergency rations. Like this would be a great option. There's 30 servings in here and it has a long shelf life, so put it in your emergency rations. So a lot of y'all have been wondering about the second yurt that we got, and you know, when are we going to put it up and what layout is it going to be? Are we going to connect the two yurts? So right here is a rough diagram of what we're thinking about hooking these two yurts together. So this represents our current yurt. So I am currently in there. Mike and the boys are out here working on our bulk food pantry, putting some siding on it. And so we plan on having an entrance right here that attaches the two, And also this yurt is going to be for kitchen, living, dining, and maybe a small office as well. And one of the things that I've really been wanting is an actual mudroom or entrance to our house. Because living on a farm, everybody has their dirty boots and just all the things, the jackets, all the stuff, and it comes right in the front door, and we only live in 700 square feet, so it's really hard to keep the outside stuff out and the inside stuff in. So I really want like an entrance mudroom to kind of be able to store all that stuff and let our living space be our living space. So the idea is to build a mudroom entrance right in front of our current yurt and attach it to the second one, so it all attaches together, but we have like one place we're coming in. And this right here is just our current greenhouse right now, if you were wondering.
And back outside, we continued pushing forward, even though we were moving a little slower than I would like with having to hammer all these nails in. But hey, at least we were using resources that we had on hand. And between this project and some other things that we had to do on the farmstead, I ran out of daylight and wasn't able to start putting up siding. And at night, it looked kind of funny, only being able to see the white door of the pantry. It looked like a door to another dimension or to a portal or something. We got back to working on the pantry the next day, shortly after chores. 100, all right. So this piece is a template piece. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna use our siding here. This is the same siding that we used on our yurt, on our pantry to match that. But this stuff's pretty delicate. So what we need to do, hold on. Before we lift it, we're gonna turn it, and then we're gonna grab it from here. There we go. Yep, and then we're gonna slide it on. Careful not to break it. Slide it on. All righty, we're gonna take our measurement. I'll show you something just for demonstrational purposes. This is a shorter piece that we're not going to be able to use, but just look how easily it can break, so you have to be careful with it. Is that good? Is that lined?
About now.
Lined up? All right.
Yep.
Make her cut here. All right. Turn it over with me. Nice and gentle. Make it right there. Got to turn this way, remember? We have to be very careful. There we go. Alright. Whew. Delicate. Here we go. Alright, ready to carry it, transport it. We're going to flip it. Carry it like this. There we go. Carefully and cautiously, we move forward, cutting a bunch of our siding before putting it up. Flip. Lift. And all right, let's start putting some of these pieces on here. All right, so I'm gonna climb up on here. You guys will just bring it over just like this. Then I will put it on. Push it to the top. So, Josiah, if you can make sure it stays on there, make sure it stays flush with our side here. And Micah, you just help stand at the bottom. We'll get it, all right? Okay, got it. Push it up. Okay. Take the flow. Good over there? Huh?
No.
What's wrong? Yep, you watch it. We good?
Yeah.
Everywhere's flush?
Yep.
All right, here we go. All right, get this in here. All right, guys, go ahead and grab the next piece.
Yes, sir.
Go. Lil. All right, yep, better be careful, don't bend it. All right, we've got it up. All right. All right, we're gonna leave a little bit of space in between for expansion. Let's put it in. All right, I just need you guys to hold it. Because of some challenges, we were slowly making progress putting up siding on this first wall. Oh man, this is going so much slower than I thought it was gonna go. Had a couple pieces break on us. Still moving forward, come back and adjust those. All right, next piece. Here, can you hold that, Sailor? Go easy. Some of the pieces have been sitting out so long, they've got these bows in them and they're tough to work with. Oh, like right there. All right, guys, we'll just do the best we can. All right. Got it?
Yep.
All right, we're going in. All right. See if we can fix this down here without it breaking. Bad boy. All right, Sailor. You to come right here and push like we've done before. And with having these challenges of breaking a number of pieces of our siding, again, we weren't able to finish the pantry. But even though this project has been taking a lot longer than I originally thought that it was going to take, I must admit, I am having an enjoyable time with my sons. Yes, sometimes working with your children, projects take a little bit longer. But my boys are older now to where I actually really need their help and really appreciate their help. And they're not the reason why this project is going slower than I thought. And I'm also really enjoy teaching them some things for the first time. Like Josiah got to use the saw for the first time to cut siding. There. All right, you ready for your first cut?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Let's split up. Okay, press the handle, holding the wood. A little off the mark a little bit, so we'll get a little closer. Try it again. Good job. And whenever we're doing projects like this together, I do try to add some moments of silliness just to keep things fun. Hoo-yah! Working on your martial arts. You can do it. Terrific. Very good, but brick not hit back. And the next morning came and I was motivated. I was like, guys, boys, we're gonna get the job done today. So I was like, we're gonna get an even earlier start before chores and we're gonna work on this pantry. So not too long after sunrise, we got started, but it was cold. It's like you got a gun there to smoking with that piece of wood. What are you doing there? You like a little train? Mm-hmm. A little chilly this morning. we're getting back at the project. Still have a lot more to go with working on our building, and we're gonna try to get it done. We want this outside to be done, right?
Yes, sir.
Come on, dudes, let's do this. And while we were outside continuing to work on our bulk food storehouse, Lacie was inside preserving some food another way.
Normally, I don't peel my carrots before I put them into ferment, especially if we've grown them ourselves. I just scrub them off really good and cut them and put them in our jars and let them ferment. But this year, we did a land rest, so we haven't grown anything this year. So I'm buying from the store, and even though these are organic, I still feel more comfortable peeling them first before I get my ferment going. And our family really enjoys fermented foods. Actually, for a while, the only way that I could get green beans in Micah was if they were fermented, which he didn't like them any other way. I was shocked when he actually ate fermented green beans, but we really enjoy carrots too. One thing I really like about ferments is they're super easy to make. You just pack your vegetables in the jar and you pour your brine on top. And a brine is just a solution of water and salt. And a lot of people ask, well, what kind of salt do you use? And I use Redmond real salt. I really enjoy buying our salt in these 10-pound pails from Redmond, like this right here, because I'll just take a smaller jar and fill it up and keep it inside next to the stove, and I'll take our bucket and I'll put it out in our pantry to keep it out of the way, but just to know I have, extra. Our ferments, like these, I keep here in the kitchen so I can keep an eye on them, but our other stuff, like the salt, like the extra flour, extra whatever, stays out in the pantry that Mike's working on.
Now, there are a number of reasons why everyone should have their own food storage area. For starters, it's beneficial to have food stored on hand in cases of you can't make it to the grocery store, or there's less food or no food at the grocery store. Having food on hand makes it available to you and to your family. Also, buying food in bulk and storing it makes it where you don't have to have as many trips to the grocery store. And for some time now, I have really been wanting to finish this project, to bless my wife and family with our own storehouse, aka food pantry, that we could just walk in and get extra food items when we need it. But were we going to be able to finish this project? Well, we were in a groove this day, and we were making it happen. We were making progress. We're rocking and rolling. Trying to stay warm at the same time. All right, we are moving now, guys, a lot faster than yesterday for sure. Man, here we go. And then bang, we finished it. But would my wife approve? Would she like it?
Wow, that looks really good.
We're putting our time in. I was hoping you'd like it.
Teaching those boys how to work.
Trying to teach them a good work ethic. Everybody needs to have it, especially the men, boys becoming men.
I like how it ties in with the yurt. It looks similar. You know, things are starting to kind of match around here.
And one thing that I really like about it is not only do we get the siding up here on the pantry, but we also got all the siding up off the ground here for where we plan to put our next yurt. So that feels really good.
Yeah, I know how much that pallet bothered you, and it bothered me too. It's nice to see it totally gone.